Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is your weekly tarot forecast. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And also please go check out the other videos that may pertain to you for your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign, because that will give you a much more dynamic picture of what's going on with you this week, all right? So let's jump right into it and see what it is that Libra needs to notice for the week of August 22nd through 28th. Thank you again for joining me today. Let's see what is up with you, Libra. Okay, Libra has the Queen of Discs to start us out. Let's put that into some context. Do more court cards, some major arcana, a lot of major arcana today. Wow, that is insane. That's a lot of major arcana. The first, really need to get another camera so you can see what I'm looking at right here. But we've got 4 major arcana cards that are surrounding these 2 court cards. Okay, so where to even begin? This sounds like, it looks like a very, very heavy situation, very serious. It really is something that is kind of out of your control. I think there are a lot of powerful forces that are influencing this decision, this situation, this state that you're in. Whatever it is that's going on with you is influenced by a lot of kind of otherworldly forces. But let's get into it. We have first off this Queen of Discs. So I think this is representing you right now in this moment. I think you're in a stable position. I think you've achieved a level of success and satisfaction in your life, and we see that here with the Queen of Discs, who is just kind of pretty satisfied, pretty pleased with themselves, with what they've accomplished. So I think this is kind of you right now. I think this week you're going to see just a kind of nice leveling out of your situation in terms of your home life, your physical health, your finances. Everything's going to seem to be pretty good, and you're kind of going to start feeling pretty relaxed about it and pretty confident and pretty pleased with the way things are, right? So I think this is a good indication of just like a general success, a general satisfaction and happiness, okay? So take a look at that there. I think this is the energy that you're going to be kind of coming into the week with. Okay, but there is this Knight of Swords crossing your path this week, so I really think that you're going to be getting some kind of very important news, very important message coming your way that is going to kind of like prompt you into action. It's going to kind of arouse you into some new activity, right? So I think you're kind of kicking back, feeling like everything is great and everything seems like it's going pretty well for you. And then you get this kind of news, this kind of information that's just really coming in quickly, like a flash, just like a really just kind of urgent and sudden message that's coming your way this week. And we're going to see if we can find out what exactly that is, what could be going on here, or where that energy is coming from. Like I said, a lot of major arcana here. Over half of the spread is major arcana. That's a lot. So we're going to start with the recent past, and we have the Tower. So I think the Tower here is, in the recent past, you've kind of had to rebuild your life. I think that you went through a kind of a period or a phase of really kind of tearing down things, or really like getting rid of wasn't working for you. A lot of like kind of cleaning out the closet, so to speak, maybe like a spring cleaning of your life, where you really got rid of a lot of things that weren't working for you, that weren't paying off, that weren't of very much benefit, that didn't feel good, didn't feel right, and you cleared all of that out, and you really just kind of tore things down, and then you rebuilt it from the rubble, right? And I think that rebuilding is what we're seeing here with this Queen of Discs. I think you've rebuilt things, and now you're pretty pleased with the way things are. You're pretty pleased with the way life is going. And rightfully so, because this doesn't seem like this was a fun period for you. I don't think this was something that you really enjoyed doing, although there's always some satisfaction with like clearing out the old stuff, right? But I think this was a little bit more intense, a little bit more chaotic, a little bit more serious and heavy than just some spring cleaning. But I think it was a major kind of overhaul. You really you really tore down and threw away and got rid of what wasn't working for you, and then you were able to rebuild, And I think that is kind of where you are now, because we see you in this Queen of Discs period again, where I think things have stabilized, you've rebuilt things in a good way, and you're pretty satisfied with that. And now there's some new call to action, perhaps, for you. There's some new information coming your way, some new urgent message from somewhere, from someone that is going to really get you going in a new direction. It's going to start something new in your life. Maybe there's some new work to do. Maybe somebody needs your assistance. We're going to find out, hopefully, what else could be going on. I see you also with this devil energy as kind of a foundational card for you. Now, every time I say the devil, it always seems kind of sinister. It always seems like, oh, it's got to be a bad thing, or I don't want that. But this devil energy is actually really good in this situation. I think this is your underlying motivation, determination, your confidence, your kind of, you're centered on yourself. You're not self-centered, but you're focused on you and your life. You're focused on rebuilding things for yourself and, in turn for your loved ones and your family as well. But this is your ambition, your hardworking attitude. This is your just really intense laser focus on what you're doing, the work that you're doing, and how you're rebuilding things. Okay, so this is kind of like that engine that keeps you going. During all of this kind of turmoil in the past that we had with the Tower card, it was really this that fueled all of this rebuilding that we see with the Queen of Discs here. Okay. Further, we have the Chariot as another major influence that's kind of shining down into this reading today. And I think this is, part of the relation to this card. It's kind of part of this message. So we're going to look at these two cards together. I think the message is really one of a call to action. I think it's someone that is reaching out to you, that's going to be reaching out to you to start some kind of new journey. I think it might involve like traveling or just setting out on a new quest. Like there's going to be just some aim that you're going to have in mind, some goal that maybe this person is going to approach you with or need your help with, or they kind of almost in a way need to be rescued or helped in some way. Like I really feel like this is, not a quest for money or for love, but it's just a quest for to help someone or to bring someone out from a place that they're in now. I'm getting this feeling like somebody's calling you from far away saying, hey, I need you right now. I need your help. So I think that might be where this information is coming into your life. It might be from this person who is rather distant from you physically, like, lives in a different place, or maybe is stranded in a different place, but they're in need of your assistance and in need of you in some way. So look for that call, that text, that email, or whatever from that person who is rather distant from you, that they might just call you up and be like, hey, I need your help, I'm stuck, I'm in a bad spot, whatever the case is. I think they're going to really call on you because you have this really calm, confident, kind of successful, mature attitude, and you really seem like a person that can help others. You seem like you're in a good place to kind of lend a helping hand to other people, right? What does this say for you? Well, this is just kind of, I think, the kind of energy that's coming into your life this week. I think that, you did go through this major period of tearing down and rebuilding things, and now that you're in this kind of stable place, I think you're in a position to help these other people, this other person who might be in need of your help. But I feel like it's not just like someone calling and say, hey, my car broke down, can I have a ride? I mean, that's major, that's important too, but it feels like it's so much heavier than this, so much more serious, so much more important than that. And I'm not sure exactly what that message or what that assistance or what this person really, really needs from you. But with all of this major arcana, it's going to be something very serious, very important to your life or to this other person's life, to both of you. And in the immediate future, I think you're going to have that decision to make. We've got that Lover's card. Are you going to choose to kind of drop everything, stop what you're doing, and go off on this new adventure with this person, and see what all the trouble is, or see what the importance, why so serious kind of thing. Or are you going to just say, I'm sorry, I can't, and are you going to choose to remain where you are and focus on the things that you're doing for yourself, So the Lover's card in this situation is really kind of, it's forcing you to choose between these two things, okay? And that's kind of what this Lover's card is all about, is, you might be pulled in two different directions, and you're being forced. You can't have both. You have to choose one or the other. And I think that's the calling here, is how are you going to react? How are you going to decide? What are you going to choose in this? And I really think that it's two major paths, two major divergent paths in your life right now. And it all is kind of stemming from whatever this person is going to approach you with, whatever information they have for you. But it's such a major thing, and it is really, whatever path you decide to take, whatever choice you make, is really going to set your life on a definite track, and that's, I think, the result of having all of this major arcana energy here, is that it's really kind of a life-changing decision. You're really at that crossroads, I guess, when this information comes in. I mean, just, you and this other person are just, the cards are crossed. It's like, you're going in one direction, but then you meet with this intersection, and you're just not sure, well, should I turn? Should I keep going straight? What should I do? And that is really going to be an important decision. It's going to be, I think, a very life-changing decision for you. Don't forget to hit that like button, and please subscribe to the channel. You'll be helping this channel grow, and I appreciate you so much. In terms of where your head is at right now, you really are kind of in control of your life. We have this Emperor card representing you, your ego, your mindset. And I think you are one who is looked upon as an authority figure. I think people look up to you as someone who is stronger, smarter, wiser, more mature, and they look to you for advice. They look to you for direction, kind of. I think this person is, and maybe everybody in your life right now, is really looking to you for guidance, for the decision making. They're looking to you as the authority figure, as kind of, the boss in charge. Like, you're the one who everybody looks to for guidance and to make these important decisions. And so I think you are looked at as like an authority figure, someone who's very kind of wise and mature and makes the right decisions and has a very good head on their shoulders. And we get that with the Emperor card here. And I think this is representing you and the way people see you. I think it's the way you see yourself too. I think that that you are, I think really because of some of this that you went through, and these cards are very closely related. I mean, even their coloring and everything, they're very closely related. It's Mars and it's Aries, and those two are, Mars is very happy in Aries. So I think that you have this authority about you. You have this kind of almost a dominating energy, but a very larger than life personality, and you make the hard decisions, you make the right decisions, and people are looking at you that way, and they're looking for you to kind of tell them what to do or where to go or how to handle this whole thing. And I think that is one reason why this person is coming into your life and asking you for this help, or asking you, pleading with you to please, come on this journey with me and help me with this quest, whatever it's going to be. The next card we have is the Hermit card. So I think that the Hermit here is sort of indicating this isolation that I think either you or this other person that we're talking about has. I kind of think that this is that other person, because just the position of the card. They are not someone who is typically involved in things with you, or involved in the social life or the same friends or anything. I think this is someone that maybe they are a family member, or maybe they once were close to you, but they've kind of turned away from the world and they've kind of become this hermit. Maybe not literally, but I think they're a little bit estranged or a little bit alienated from the family or from you or from your circle of friends, your group. Okay, so I think that it's a little bit out of the blue, a little bit kind of strange that they're going to be reaching out to you this week with this request. So I think that's kind of also part of this synchronicity here, part of this kind of the weirdness about it, right? The strangeness about this is that maybe you haven't talked to this person in a long time. Maybe they've just kind of they've shunned the world. They've turned their back on things. They're a little bit estranged, a little bit of a recluse, maybe just a little bit alienated from you, your friends, your family. And if you're related, that makes sense too. That they've just kind of gone their own way. Maybe they've moved quite far away, and they just don't really associate with people anymore. You don't run in the same circles anymore. And so now it's a little bit strange that they're reaching out to you with this request, right? So I think that's going to be a major factor in your decision and in the way that you see this situation too, with all of this kind of weirdness going on and the unexpected nature of it. It seems like, well, maybe it's something that you shouldn't ignore. At least consider what's going on and and make the decision with some forethought. As far as your fears and worries go, we have the Five of Discs. I think this is kind of right in line with things, because if you are in this stable place now where you've rebuilt things and you have a pretty stable and successful life, the last thing you want is for the Five of Discs to shake things up and to cause some money, worries, anxiety, and stress and frustration in relation to your health or your finances, because you've just rebuilt that. And so now we don't want that five energy to come and shake things up and get things kind of moving again and have it be a little bit unstable again. Okay, so that I think is a legitimate worry. It's a very natural worry. Again, if you're here with this Queen of Discs energy and things are stable and you finally got through all of this and you can just calm, relax, the last thing you want is for something to come in and shake all of this up. And so I think that as well is an important factor in your decision-making process in regards to this new kind of weird situation, this weird request coming from this rather distant person that kind of needs you to go on this journey with them. So I think the worry for you as well, if I do that, is it really going to kind of blow all of this success and stability that I've just created? Right? Is it gonna mess things up? That's something to think about. In terms of the long-term outcome, kind of the future prediction card, what do we have? The Nine of Wands. Now, this doesn't say anything very specific. This is mostly about your strength, about your connection between your head and your heart, your physical and spiritual being. So I think that the outcome of this is going to be you doing the right decision and not making a decision just based on the superficial, more outward-facing reality of the situation. I think you're going to really look deep into yourself and really connect with that emotional, intuitive, spiritual part of yourself in order to assist in making this decision and kind of figuring out what action you want to take, if any, in regard to this situation. So this isn't something that you're just going to take lightly and you're just going to say, well, I can't take that time off of work, so I'm going to say, no, I can't. Sorry, I can't help you. I don't think it's going to be that easy for you. I think you're really going to look within and try to discern the higher meaning of this situation, the more far-reaching implications of what's going on with this person. Now, Libra, I don't know, again, exactly what this person is needing from you or what kind of a predicament they're in. Maybe in the extended reading, we'll see a little bit more indication or a little bit more insight into what's going on with this person and what this request might be all about. But with all of these major arcana cards, I really feel like it's a very serious situation that's coming your way. This information is really going to, in some ways, upset the stability that you've just earned and achieved and established for yourself. It's going to, in some ways, make you think about the future and your life's kind of purpose, and is this like a message from the universe that you've got to go and do this thing because in some way it's very important to your spiritual development, to your life path, right? Is this something that is it a call to action really from some other place that's really trying to get your attention and trying to get you down this path of synchronicity and this intuitive knowing and this experience that may seem like it's kind of gonna shake up your stability, but maybe it is needed. Maybe that's kind of where your energy, where you are kind of meant to be right now, is going down this new path. But I don't know. Again, the decision is all up to you, and it's really based on what you feel is right for yourself and the way that you are able to connect with your kind of your intuition, your spirit, your higher self. That more, that more subtle, emotional, intuitive aspect of your being to kind of to help you. So it's not just like like logically, okay, I shouldn't do this, right? Because it's going to take time, money, gas, whatever. So logically, maybe no. Maybe obviously, if you think about it rationally, it's probably not a good idea. But you've got to look beyond the rational thinking and just kind of the obvious reasons why you would probably stay home, right? So look a little bit deeper and see what this whole thing might mean for you spiritually or just in a broader sense of your life and your life path. Once this message does come in, once you do kind of receive this call or this information from this person who is kind of the beginning of all of this, all of this energy and this quest, this adventure thing that you're kind of being called toward. Libra, I think that just about does it for us today. Again, if you want to stick around for the extended version of this, you can become a member of this channel, and all of the information is down in the description box. This was your weekly tarot forecast. Thank you.